from the Lakeside newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
A lucrative surprise on national TV for one Henrico County high school senior, and how your organization can win funding for an environmental project. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Tuesday, April 6, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
A Mills Godwin high school senior thought he was going on Good Morning America recently to discuss what it's like to graduate high school during the pandemic, but then he was surprised to learn that he was one of 25 high school students nationally to earn a $40,000 college scholarship from the College Board's Complete Your Journey scholarship program. Stephen Londano was on the segment that aired on ABC March 31st. He'll be putting his scholarship money to use at James Madison University, where he's planning to enroll in the fall. Londano said, quote, "I've always dreaded the amount of debt I'd have to accumulate to get a higher education, so this was a huge blessing because now I know that I can ease up about the future and look more forward to going to college," end quote. You can read more about Londano and his experience at henricocitizen.com by clicking on Education. Well, businesses, schools, counties, and towns in Virginia that are looking to make a positive environmental impact in their communities are now able to apply for Keep Virginia Beautiful's 30 in 30 Green Grants program. Applications are now open for the program, which this year will be awarding 35 grants in 30 days during June for those kinds of projects. KVB Executive Director Mike Baum said that the organization will consider grants ranging from restaurants that want to start their own backyard gardens to libraries that want to introduce programs to teach children about recycling and nonprofits that need fluorescent vests to ensure safer community cleanups. Those are just a few examples. Since initiating the program in 2011, the organization has granted more than $254,000 to 320 different projects statewide. Sponsors of the program include Altria, Coca-Cola, West Rock, and Keep America Beautiful. If you'd like a link to find the application, you can visit our website, henricocitizen.com, and then click on Community. Henrico County has settled at a 7-day moving average of 68 new daily cases of COVID-19. That's roughly where it's been, give or take, for a few days now. The county reported 61 new cases yesterday. The average positivity rate among PCR and antigen rapid testing encounters have both increased. The latter has reached almost 10%, according to the Virginia Department of Health, while the former is at about 6.5%. The good news is that more than 170,000 vaccines have now been administered in the county, according to the VDH. Almost 115,000 Henricoans have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and 63,377 are now fully vaccinated. Virginia is now administering more than 75,000 doses of vaccine on average each day. The state has given 4.2 million doses altogether so far, and about a third of Virginians have received at least one dose, with about 18% now fully vaccinated. A Lakeside man who was sought by Henrico police refused to surrender for several hours Sunday into early Monday, but eventually came out of a home in the 2600 block of Kenwood Avenue after apparently injuring himself. That's according to police. They were seeking the man to issue 2 felony sexual assault warrants at about 2 p.m. Sunday, but no one answered the door. They came back a few hours later after learning that the man had returned home, but then he refused to come out. Neighbors later reported hearing a series of popping sounds as the negotiation process dragged on. It was unclear if the sounds were related to tear gas being fired into the residence. A video of the home posted online showed small holes in several of the windows. The man was taken to a hospital to be treated for his injuries. The state of Virginia is investing an additional $203.6 million in federal stimulus funds to expand eligibility criteria for the Child Care Subsidy Program to help working families and child care providers hit hard by the pandemic. Governor Ralph Northam made the announcement recently. About 90% of child care center programs have reopened, but the COVID pandemic has led to staffing challenges, revenue shortfalls, and increased operational costs for many providers. The additional funding from the state will provide stabilization grants to help sustain those providers. It'll also offer those who closed a chance to reopen and provide retention bonuses and scholarships for child care educators. In parts of the state where there are few or no options for child care, the state will offer grants to help open new programs. The expansion establishes a new short-term eligibility category for parents seeking financial aid for child care while they look for work, and it temporarily expands income eligibility guidelines for families with young children. The new guidelines allow families with a household income of up to 85% of the state median income to apply if they have a child under the age of 5 or not yet in kindergarten. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit childcareva.com. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Henrico County's COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance, providing assistance for those who've experienced economic impact related to the virus, such as job loss or furlough. Applications are available at henrico.us/DSS or by calling 501-5294.